Hello everyone and welcome to hopefully one of my first of many travel videos about dog-friendly travel locations on this channel. So, I recently went to Centre Parcs Whinfell Forest. I've been to Centre Parcs Whinfell, Centre Parcs Sherwood and Centre Parcs Longleat, although Longleat not for a long time. And I just thought I'd share my thoughts on how dog-friendly it is. You can take dogs to these locations. In fact, it costs a little bit extra. It is very much harder to book the Centre Parcs with dog friendly. In fact, if you look for a dog friendly lodge now, you probably won't get one till into next year. Whereas if you look for a non-dog friendly lodge, you can probably get one next week. It just so happens that Centre Parcs have a quota for the amount of dogs they are allowed on site due to insurances. So even if you wanted a guest day pass to go visit friends and want to take your dogs, you more than likely would not be allowed to take your dog. However, that does not stop the facilities from being dog friendly in most cases. As you can see here's my pup Ozzy. He is 3.5 and he came with us on this holiday. We were there for 4 days, 3 nights, and we stayed in a, I believe it's called a New Style Executive Lodge. It's a 2-story lodge. It has a solid wood floor downstairs and upstairs. I personally find that a bit dangerous on the stairs, so I made use of the included child gate on the stairs so that my pup did not run upstairs, except a few times he escaped upstairs to go say good morning to people. He stayed downstairs with me. I did take a travel cage because he does like his own place to sleep at night, even though he complained that he was in the kitchen slash dining area at night, so he came in and slept with me and my partner in the bedroom because he wanted to be comfortable. He still stayed in his cage, but he was just on the floor in there. I've gotten a few shots of how dog-friendly the lodge is. He can sleep on any furniture, he can just sleep in any bed, he can roam wherever he wants. There's not anything really that's at risk. I would say if your dog is a bit of a chewer or a worrier, obviously take a cage, but obviously make sure they aren't chewing any of the furniture and stuff like that in case you lose a damaged deposit. My pup used to be a chewer back when he was a wee bairn, but he's pretty alright now. They do have some dog-friendly, dog parks spread out across. I believe Whinfell has 4 or 5. There's a really big one down at the bottom of the map, but that wasn't the closest one to us. The one in the recording that I will be showing is the one that was closest to us. We played in there for a fair bit, even though Ozzy did faceplant the sign while playing fetch, and I did kick a couple of the cut down trees. The stumps I kicked, which was very painful, but that was my own doing. I was not looking where I was going, and that is completely valid. They are lovely little dog areas. There isn't much grass there, so if your dog is like mine and likes to poop on grass rather than on dirt, he will probably end up pooing before he makes it to the area. It is quite nice to have a little area out where they're not allowed or where they're allowed off lead. As for the rules for Centre Parcs for the rest of the location is that they have to remain on lead at all times. This is because it is the middle of a forest, and if there are any squirrels that roam by, or any ducks walking around, or a stork that lives there, your dog might decide to chase them, and then if everyone's dog decided to do that, for one, the nature wouldn't want to be around the place, and for two, the staff at the park would end up spending all of their time chasing down lost dogs, which is not their main concern really. They want to be helping people, doing activities, setting up and cleaning, that kind of stuff. So they don't really want to be chasing your dog around after it's dived in the lake after a duck. Also, it's not particularly fair to other guests. While it is a dog-friendly location, the criteria of attending Centre Parcs is not that you have to like dogs. So if you have them on lead and there's someone who does not like dogs coming, they can quite easily walk through the side of the road. They can stop and let you pass, as we had a few times, anything like that. Also, while you'll see in another clip, the roads are extremely quiet during the day, with only maintenance vans really running around site. It is the case that there can be maintenance vans and stuff like that, And on your Mondays and your Fridays, when people are checking into their lodges, there is quite a lot of traffic, so keeping your dog on lead is probably just the safest bet, and that's why they have it as a rule. Now, I don't mind that. I keep Ozzy on the lead 90% of the time anyway, because he's a little idiot and will get lost down a rabbit hole if he's not on the lead. So it is what it is, really. In terms of food, there is free dog-friendly locations there. You have the Lakeside Inn, which is a pub kind of environment. You can see it on the front picture. It's at the far end of the lake. Inside and outside are dog-friendly. There is also outside seating area at the sports cafe, which is where most dogs seem to end up. Every time Ozzy was out there while we were having drinks and food, there was at least a few other dogs there, some people watching the match, that kind of thing. Both serve fantastic food, no complaints about the food, although I believe their prices have gone up in the sports cafe recently. It is what it is, cost of living, not that kind of thing. The third location is the Starbucks, not the Starbucks in the sports plaza. Dogs are not allowed in the sports plaza or in the village, which I'll talk about later. But the Starbucks that is just to the right of the first picture, on that little decking area, you can take your dog in and you can sit outside and enjoy a Starbucks, which is pretty common for Starbucks to be dog friendly, I feel, but it is what it is. Now on to activities and locations. Most of the sports activities you'll have will be inside the sports plaza. That's badminton, tennis, climbing, that kind of thing. Dogs are not allowed in that location at all. Completely understandable. There's balls everywhere, even on the outside courts where there was tennis balls flying around. Ozzy was trying to dive in there, get some of the tennis ball action. If you have a dog like Ozzy, you know for a fact as soon as a ball escapes, they're on it like a fly in on something I will say. But yes, it's understandable. It is quite annoying. The village at Whinfell is also not dog friendly, and that's because it's in a self-contained dome. It has lots of plants and stuff that they work hard to keep, and they don't want dogs messing that up. However, it is a bit annoying because the other locations like Sherwood and Longleat, etc. Not Longleat, in fact, Sherwood and Woburn and Elton, I believe, have outside village squares, village areas. So if my other half wanted to pop into the park market, they could do that while I sit with a dog outside. Or if, for example, they wanted to go swimming, I could walk around and wait for them and meet them back out the village centre. Now, obviously, the dogs aren't allowed in the pool. It's a chlorinated pool. Your dog will cry. Dogs are also not allowed in the lake or around the lake, I believe. There is a few beaches around the lake that have signs specifically saying no dogs. Obviously, we don't want dog poo to get buried under sand and affect the kids and stuff like that. And they don't want the dogs swimming off into the lake and interrupting all the activities going on and disrupting the nature. Understandable. But it does kind of take away to the dog-friendly aspect of it. You find a lot of the time you'll take your dog on a long walk and then end up leaving it in the in the lodge for a while you go out and do your activities. And if you want a date night, you can either have a takeaway like we did, go to a lakeside inn, or again you're leaving your dog in the lodge for a while, which isn't ideal. I know some dogs are nervous and don't like to be left alone. However, the amount of walks and time Ozzy spent sniffing around outside meant that he was exhausted every time we left him, and he went straight to sleep, as he does anyway. He naps like 90% of the day, so he was perfectly fine, loving life. But if you do have a dog that is a bit more scared of being left alone, probably not the best option for them. But yes, other than that, I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed my stay. You can see from the pictures and stuff like that some of the activities we got up to. One of the dog-friendly activities, apparently dog-friendly, is the mini golf, the adventure golf as they call it. Now, there was another dog there while we were playing, and he was thoroughly enjoying himself, barking at the balls, going in holes and playing with sticks. However, as I said previously, Ozzy absolutely loves balls. He would dive on them. Anytime we walked past the crazy golf and someone was hitting the ball, he was pulling, trying to be on the course and playing with the ball. That's just who he is. He loves a ball. You know, we can all sympathise with him, but maybe not dog friendly if your dog does like balls. They do have, I think, 3 listed dog friendly activities. I can't remember what they all are, but realistically, you're not going to want your dog on activities. There is outdoor activities like archery, paintball and stuff like that. Obviously you're not going to want your dog around there. And the rest of the locations they can't really go in. He could have come to pottery painting that we did, as there was some outside tables. However, I don't think my dog would be personally interested in pottery painting. He is a dog and probably would have paint all over him, so probably best to avoid that. However, I am personally a very big Centre Parcs fan. I do love going. I've been pretty much once a year for the last, not including COVID, 7 years, as I couldn't go for 2 years during COVID, but I love the place. The last 2 times I went, Ozzy has come with, and he's thoroughly enjoyed both times, as well as the people who came with enjoyed spending time with Ozzy and being able to chill out with Ozzy. So it's a personal preference, really. If your dog is fine with being left alone, either caged up or just locked in a room, something like that, while you go out and do stuff, as well as having time on lead most of the time and some playtime in parks, then it's fine. If you're looking for more of a dog-friendly walk place where you can go and do lots of things with your dog, I personally wouldn't recommend this. You're more better off going somewhere, for example, a house in the middle of nowhere and going on walks with your dog all day long, if they're that kind of dog and you're that kind of people. But it is nice to be able to go on a holiday with your dog, even in a place where they're not going to be with you 24/7. And I know he thoroughly enjoyed it. There was multiple dog-friendly lodges around ours, and Ozzy got to sniff a load of different dogs, even though some of the dogs weren't particularly dog-friendly, and they tried to bark at Ozzy and tried to pull towards him, that kind of thing. The rest, some of them were, and a lot of the staff there loved dogs. I know when we went to Lakeside Inn, he got given lots of treats. When we get Starbucks, he got lots of pets and a pup cup. And when we went to the sports cafe and we sat around outside, pretty sure every member of staff who was on that day came out to say hi to him. So it is a lovely time, but again, personal preference, entirely up to you. I know it is an expensive holiday, and we are booked again next year, this time at Sherwood, to try the apartments, so I'll let you know the difference, see if there's any benefits to go in Sherwood, any benefits to the apartments rather than your own lodge. But yes, thank you for you guys for watching. Any questions that you may have, fire away in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Peace.